What's poppin'? Turn your speakers up.
Turn these speakers up.
You're locked into the illest girls next door.
You can bump it in your stereo.
On boominlive.com.
It's me.
Okay. We is back for another one, baby. This is Illest Girls Next Door, and I'm J Benz.
We got Yanni in the building.
And I'm Rissy Riss.
And today, we have the Curvy Makeup Artist. Hey, how you doing today, baby?
I'm good. Can't complain.
That's good. Now, I'm kind of like a little curious and everything. Like, how'd you come up with the name, the Curvy Makeup Artist?
Curvy MUA. So when I first started doing makeup or whatever, I was really trying to figure out what I wanted to call myself. Like most celebrities or, Instagram people, they don't really go by their real name.
Yeah.
So for a while, nobody really knew what my actual name was. Nobody knew my government. So I'm like, well, let's just keep it that way. I went through so many names. I went through... my first name was Sweet and Low because I was like, I'm sweet and I'm short.
That's cute.
I went through Ciandra the Prima Donna. Ciandra is my middle name, and I just added the Prima Donna.
That's
I
pretty.
thought that was fly.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Then I just went with strict Ciandra, and I was like, I don't want to do all that. So I really had to sit down with myself, like, yo, what am I?
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, I'm a makeup artist and I'm curvy, so
There you
go. So, and it just stuck. So it's been flying ever since.
So when did you actually start doing makeup?
I started doing makeup around like 17, 18 years old.
Oh, okay.
I really wasn't into makeup like that. Everybody asked me, how did you start? I wasn't beefing makeup at all. I really want to say I went to prom. I went to Bloomfield High.
Shout out to Bloomfield High.
Shout out to Bloomfield High.
Shout out to Bloomfield High. Y'all know.
Went to Bloomfield, and I got my makeup done at MAC for the first time ever. And I was like, oh, this shit fire. So I was like, let me see if I could imitate this.
Right.
And I just started doing it. So, but it was never a dream of mine to be a makeup artist. It kind of just happened. Like, it chased me. I ain't chase it.
So while imitating that dream, like, did you ever come to a point where you're like, I can't get this eyebrow like this eyebrow? And
yeah, I would mess up a lot. My eyebrows, like, not even trying to be funny, like, I got bomb ass eyebrows, so I barely mess those up. But like, eyeshadow I would mess up all the time. Like, highlight and contouring was trash when I first started. I think that's probably the hardest thing that I had to learn how to do. And what I realized was I was good at doing my own face, but I wasn't as good at doing other people's face.
That's what a lot of makeup artists say.
Yeah,
like,
it's different. It's a different ball game. Trying to do other people's face is different, totally different.
It's like you got to get like the eyebrow structure
Yes.
and, just make sure you got the right color. And I ain't a makeup artist. I can't even do my own makeup.
Right. It's like you got to remember everybody's face is not yours. So the things I do for my face, I can't do to your face. Like, your eyebrows can't look like this because you're going to look like a clown.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So it's a lot, but I fucks with it.
That's interesting. So like, who would you call like your favorite makeup artist, like celebrity makeup artist?
Oh God, everybody asks me that. I always got like two different answers because I got favorites for different stuff.
Okay.
As far as eyeshadow, I like B. Marie.
Okay.
I like Tom the Infamous. She was like one of my favorites. One of the top people I started watching on YouTube was Tom the Infamous. Aaliyah J.
That's everybody.
She not my top, but she in there somewhere. I would have to say right now, killing the game, Kiki Adams in North. She's in North and she's dope. So I like everything she do.
so with that being said, when you find something that you love doing, you kind of got to fit it into a schedule.
Right.
So how was that for you, whatever you were juggling at the time?
Oh God, it was hard. It's still hard. Because I started makeup when I was getting ready to finish high school. Then I went straight to college. So knowing that I was going to be an entrepreneur and a makeup artist, it was like, okay, you gotta go to school full time. I was working a part time and I was doing makeup full time. So I was never really school oriented as far as extracurricular because my extracurricular was always outside.
Yeah.
So I went to school and I was a commuter. So I went to school. I would do makeup like either after school, before school, on the weekends, and I had to go to work as soon as I got out of school. So it was just, I was always doing something
It's a
to
lot.
this day, always doing something.
a
So
lot.
it's definitely a lot.
Now, do you feel like your time management is better from when you first started and now?
Yeah.
Being that you've been doing it for a minute now?
Yeah, because I kind of had to prioritize everything.
Okay.
I always felt like, you know, when I first started, I was like, yo, Lauren, you getting dope at this. You know, it was like I wanted to do that all the time. Like, I wasn't beat for going to work. Like, I would go to work late just to be somebody's face. You know, like, oh, I got to call out, like, because I got to make this money. But, you know, it was about prioritizing because, you know, if I don't have somebody face to do, I ain't getting no money from that. You might as well go to your 9 to 5 and make that quick 2-week paycheck. So that's what it was. As far as balancing school, I always had school in the bag. I just always felt like it was always in the way. Like, school was always in the way for me, but I ain't had no choice. I had to do it. So
Right. What is your major?
My major was business management.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, which is why I felt like it felt good into my industry because everybody thought I was going to makeup school, and I was like, no, I never wanted to go to makeup school. Everything I taught myself, you know, was via YouTube. Taught myself everything, so I felt like it wasn't no need for me to go. But I was like, okay, just because I know how to do makeup, don't mean I know how to make money off of it.
Yeah.
So let's go to business management. I started off as a marketing major. And I was like, nah, I don't want to make it look good. I want to own it. So I went from marketing to management. So it worked out good.
So in what way do you want to own that in the future?
In the future, I want to have my own studio. You know what's up and coming now is like the whole one-stop shop thing. You know, like so everybody get their nails, their hair, their makeup done in one place. I want to do that. I kind of want to do it different though. I want to be the head makeup artist. I want to do lashes. I want to have somebody who just does weave. I want somebody who just does, you know, like natural hair. Somebody just does braids. You know, I want to have a nail tech in there as well as, you know, the new thing that's popping out is the, what is it called? Oh my God.
Lashes? No.
With your nails. Not
The
getting
nail
them done,
art?
but like you could take them off.
Oh,
I
don't know what
can't
that's
think of the
called.
name right now.
I can't think of what it's called. My coworker
Like
does
the,
that.
like the
seen
same
it
ones they
before.
buy in the store. Like you put them
yeah,
on, but
you
now
pop 'em.
people customize them.
Yeah.
That type of thing. So if you don't want to do that whole 2-hour sitting thing, you just get some customized, that type of thing. But I just want it to be,
That's dope.
you know,
Everybody
black on,
play their
blacker.
role.
Right,
You
right.
stay in your
Like I
role.
can't do you, you know, you do you, I do me.
Right.
And that's it. We just make this bread. That's what I really want to do.
Okay. And I noticed too that you also have a hair business as well. So would you incorporate that into your shop?
Absolutely. So the name of the brand is called the Posh Pretty Collection. It is only raw hair, so I only sell Indian, Cambodian hair, which is why it's not for everybody because I don't sell the cheap stuff. But I would definitely incorporate that just because it's just a part of the brand. Like I try to build brands, not just build products. Like I just need everything to coincide, you know, together and just make sure everything works cohesively.
Right. So do you actually do hair too, or you?
No,
just,
everybody asks me
okay,
that.
okay.
Like I can make my own wig.
Right.
Yours.
Right.
I
Like
don't know,
give me a
sis.
couple days. But nah, I just sell it.
So what would you say as far as like YouTube being a big influence on like, you know, teaching yourself? You know what I mean? Because I look at YouTube videos and I'm like, I did this wig a little too far up, or I can't get this contour right.
Yeah.
So what would you say like motivated you the most to like sit there and get it right?
Learn.
Because number one, I'm not one to give up. Like if I start something, I have to finish. I have to. YouTube played a big part in that, you know, because I would be in class, you know, watching YouTube, or you know, I would go home, be up till 2:00 in the morning watching YouTube or whatever. But it's not enough just to watch. You got to implement. You know, and you know, it's like thank God I had other women in my life, because if I wasn't on YouTube, you know, I could go to church and I would see my aunt with her makeup done or my cousin with her makeup done. I'd be like, I would try to remember in my head, like how did her face look, and I would go home and do it on myself. A lot of the things I taught myself, it comes by messing my face up.
Yeah.
Like I just messed my face up till I got it right. Like my eyeshadow wasn't always bomb, my face wasn't always bomb. I would just sit in the mirror, you know, till my face got red, because I would have to keep washing my face off because it was a mess. But the more you do it, the
more you get the hang of it.
Yeah, you get better at it. There's always some things that you're gonna struggle with, but you get the hang of it.
So, like, what's your favorite makeup line?
My favorite makeup line, as of right now, ColourPop.
Okay.
I love ColourPop.
I love their lipsticks. They have really cute lipsticks.
I love ColourPop. I fell in love with ColourPop maybe like a month or two ago. They have these foundation sticks, and it's a cream foundation. And they was only like $10, but the coverage is insane. Like, it just looks so bomb. I used to be a matte girl, but I'm over
Okay.
that.
Right.
Over it. But ColourPop, I think is dope.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Now, as far as like lashes go, you know, you got like the mink lashes, and then you got like the beauty supply store lashes and everything. Like, when it comes to lashes and like doing your clients, what more do you prefer?
I go to beauty supply store because they all do the same thing. I don't hold my clients back from anything. So if they, you know, my clients are open to anything that I say, and I'm open to everything they say. So if they prefer a certain lash, you know, bring it. Like, I have no problem doing it, you know, but lash is a lash. Like, I wear Kiss lashes, I wear Ardell lashes. They like $3-4, and everybody else like, where you get your lashes from? Like, around the corner.
It's crazy. Somebody had asked me that one day. I'm like, girl, the beauty supply store.
Right.
They just look real.
So have your clients ever taught you something? Like, while doing their face? Have you ever learned something?
Have they ever taught me something? No.
Really?
No. I'm trying to think. I don't. The only thing that they will teach me is what they like.
Okay.
So, you know, like, I may like a certain, like, for lashes, I like big lashes. All of my clients don't like lashes. So, you know, I've learned, well, I guess you could say from that, I've learned, you know, to keep different types of lashes in the house, you know, because everybody don't like those big va-va-voom lashes. Some people like natural lashes, especially like people who've never worn makeup before. Lashes scare them.
Yeah.
So I try to
they're
get like the most
scariest
plain
things.
lashes.
I feel like I'm flying
ever.
away.
Yeah. Everybody say that you gonna fly away. I'm like, girl, no, you're not. Relax.
I just feel like, especially like with lashes, I don't like to overdo it. Like, you know, like the people that got like, they just thick
They look like Miss Piggy.
yeah, you know, like, keep them cute. Like,
It's
keep
like the little ones. You know, I want to pop.
Yeah, right.
So it's like, I feel like too, as like a makeup artist, is knowing the person's face as well.
Yeah.
You know,
And it's
because
definitely a preference thing too. So yeah, I get that a lot.
Like, I just wanted to ask this question because I don't know too many makeup artists, but how do you feel about African American representation in the makeup industry? Like, do you feel like there should be more? Because I know not too long ago was this whole thing with Juvia's Place, with Jeffree Star and all of that. So like, how did you feel about that whole situation? And then if you, for the viewers who don't know, if you could explain that situation just a little bit.
Okay, so I'll explain what I know. What I was told was there was a racial issue with Jeffree Star. Therefore, a lot of black people weren't buying into his cosmetics anymore. Number one, I feel like we aren't represented enough via foundation colors. Right. There's, depending on the brand, there can either be a wide range or a low range of foundations. So you can always find a range of foundations for a white girl or for a light-skinned girl. But as soon as you get to the chocolate girl,
the dark skin,
it's like
dark
shade. And then it's like, you know, so it's like light, caramel, dark. You know, like, it's not a full range. And I think that's terrible because everybody is not light-skinned. Everybody's not brown-skinned. And if you're going to make a brand, you need to be well-rounded in your brand.
Yes.
There aren't a lot of black makeup artists who are on the scene, you know, besides, you know, Aaliyah J, B. Marie, via YouTube. But as far as Jackie Aina, who was like coming up and whatever, but as far as a whole bunch of black makeup artists, there's not. I wish there were. I wish people would learn to do makeup for all skin tones. What I'm seeing is that a lot of people can do makeup for a brown skin girl, for a light skin girl, but it get kind of tedious when you got to do a chocolate girl. It's very tedious for them, and I had to learn that myself because it's just a different ball game. You know, like if I use a yellow powder, I can't use a yellow powder on her because it's just not going to look right. You know, and I can't assume that everybody is my skin tone. So you just got to be well-rounded with all complexions. I wish that the beauty industry would give light to that. You know, that's why I'm like, thank God for Fenty, because
I was just about that was the next thing. I swear I was just about to bring up Fenty. And I feel like the Fenty cosmetic kind of opened the door
she did.
for other cosmetics that, you know, to have a wide range of dark skin and different colors. Like, Shout out to Rihanna. Like,
Shout out to you.
shout out to you, baby.
Like even being light skinned.
Yeah.
Like drugstore products, I would have to mix to get my yellow color. And I went to Sephora and I finally I was like, let me get a foundation from Fenty Beauty, and it actually fits me. And I'm like, oh my gosh, like I feel like it matters when makeup artists care
enough.
Yes.
to find that color. It was so hard to find that color, man. And then I was in.
It was like maybe 2 weeks ago. I was in Target. And I was looking at Maybelline, I'm sorry, not Maybelline, L'Oreal True Match.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And I was like so stunned. Like I made a Instagram video about it because they had all these beautiful chocolate colors I've never seen in my life. Like it was so beautiful and pigmented and rich. I'm like, yo, like people are coming. I think people starting to get it. Like, it's a whole bunch of chocolate girls out here. Like y'all gotta make up the slack. Like what are y'all doing? But quick story about Sephora. It's so funny you brought that up. I don't mess with Sephora, so I went to Sephora.
I'm here for this
because I feel like I do makeup better than Sephora. So I walked in there and I needed a foundation. I wanted Fenty, and I can't remember the exact shade, but she gave me the shade, and I was like, "This is not it." And she was like, "Yes, it is." I was like, "It's not." And I went home, and sure as hell, it wasn't it. It was too light because, like we said, with her range of foundations, the color that I thought it was still all the way in the lighter section. She has such a broad range. So I was like, this not it. So I went back to another Sephora in Menlo Park, and I had to do it like trial of elimination, So the color that I knew it wasn't there. So I'm like, the color before it, that's too light. The color after it is too dark and gotta be this one. But they was sold out of it. So I was just going off my judgment, like I know this is it. So I went back to the other Sephora and I got it, and I went home and it was my shade. I'm like, I just asked the person who works here what's my shade, and she didn't know. And I only asked because I didn't feel like doing it myself.
Right.
You ever like walk into a makeup artist and you do makeup good, but they don't think you do it? I just be like, like,
right.
Can you help me?
Right.
Yeah, but
I also feel like as far as like makeup stores that's like in the mall and everything, I actually noticed most of the makeup artists are either Caucasian or Spanish. And everything. They don't have a lot of African American makeup artists working in these stores.
that's so true.
So it's like when we do try to go accent, can you help me find my color? Because I know
They
me,
don't
I don't
know.
know makeup at all.
Right.
So I don't know what I need, what I don't need, what's the like. And then like when they like do the whole skin tone and everything, most of us put it on our hand, but my face is darker than my hand.
Right.
So it's just like we need more African American makeup
that's
artists
so
to
true.
start taking over.
Yeah, I remember the first time like I got a full face of makeup was for prom, and this white girl had it, and I was so nervous. I'm like, bro, I cannot be looking casket ready. Like, she gotta get me right, and I was so nervous, and it turned out okay, luckily. But I'm like, the next time I get my makeup done, I want somebody who looks like me to do it.
Yeah.
Because they know, like, because with darker skin is different. I know it's like undertones and stuff like that, and their undertones are completely different from ours. Like, I learned that I have an olive undertone. I'm like, what does that even mean? Like, my skin is brown. How is it green? I don't understand. Like, so I know it's a lot that goes into it,
Yeah,
right?
it's a lot. It's definitely a lot.
So, like, what tips would you give for beginner, like, people who want to start out?
For beginners.
Yeah.
As far as, like, what?
Like start off like I want to just try to be
I just want
makeup.
to try. Yeah.
Okay, so let's just start up and then work our way down.
Okay.
That's great.
So for eyebrows, I would definitely suggest getting a pencil first, just because pencils are easier to manage.
Okay.
If you get like a gel or a pomade, depending on the pigmentation of the gel, if you try to do it, it can slide easily.
Thank
And
you.
so you may not, get that shape that you want because you already nervous and it's just going to slide. Pencils are just much easier. My pencils are $1.
Okay.
I get my eyebrow pencil from the beauty supply store, so don't feel like you got to spend $1,000 because you don't. Eyeshadow, Lord Jesus. As far as eyeshadow, I would work with. You only need about 1 to 2 shades, really.
Okay.
You need a transition shade, which is the shade. Look at her face. Transition shade is a shade that goes on before everything else, and it helps it to blend perfectly. So let's say if I wanted to use like a hot pink, I wouldn't start with the hot pink because that's harder to blend. I would start with maybe like a lighter pink or like an orange or something like that because when I put the hot pink on, it'll blend into the orange, that type of thing. You ever see somebody eyeshadow just like choppy?
Yeah.
You don't want that. You want to put a transition over it. It doesn't always have to be a different color. You know, if you're using a hot pink, you start with a light pink.
Right.
And then just gradually go down into that pink, and it'll just help it to blend better.
That makes sense. Wow, it's a whole science to this. Oh my god, that makes sense though. Like if you think about it.
Yeah, where we at? Eyeshadow. All right. Lashes. Lashes, I feel like are easier to put on once you put mascara on first. I mean, not mascara, eyeliner first, because you match black to black.
Okay.
So if you have the strip of the lash, if you put your lash on, you can see the black of the mascara. I mean, of the eyeliner. Then you know where to put your lash at. Foundation, like you said, undertones. So there are 3 undertones.
Okay.
You have warm, neutral, and cool. Easiest way to figure it out what your undertone is. If you are warm undertone, you will get a tan in the summer. Okay. So if you tan, you get like really bronzy. If you look better in gold, you're a warm undertone. Okay, that type of thing. That tells you. If you are a cool undertone, and you give off like yellow vibes. So like even if you're like brown skin, you kind of look like yellow.
So that's a red bone, right?
Sort of, kind of.
I think
but
so.
it depends. It could depend.
Okay.
Because you could have a dark skin girl that's warm tone. You know, she not red bone. You know what I mean? So undertones, cool tones. If you look better in silver, if you burn in the sun, you know. Somebody
I
like,
get black as hell. What's that?
that's warm. That's warm. You're not burning. I mean, people who like you get red, you get patched like a sunburn, then you're cool. You look better in silver. That type of thing. That lets you know you're cool. Neutral or olive is kind of like in between. Like you could kind of get away with both. Gold or silver, that type of thing. You vibe. You know, that type of thing. So that'll let you know your undertone. MAC, their foundations go by undertones. So you'll see NC or NW, that just means neutral cool or neutral warm, that type of thing. Or just C is cool, W is warm, that type of thing. So that'll let you know. So anything more yellowy, that's warm. Anything more kind of reddish or things like that, that's cool. Anything in between is neutral.
So is it true that like in the wintertime you have to get a lighter foundation compared to in the summertime? That's true.
Yes,
Okay.
because your skin gets paler. Other thing so when you get your undertone, you can figure out your foundation. But you can pick out like 5 or 6 foundations that are your same undertone. So now you need the right foundation. What people mostly do.
Oh my God.
This is definitely good information. Now.
What people mostly do is they test their foundation on their face. That's a no-no. And you don't do that because your face is actually lighter than the rest of your body. So if you match your foundation to your face and not your body, your face will be lighter than your body. So what you're supposed to do, you're supposed to match it to your neck or to your chest, because that's usually the color of everything else. So if you can match your foundation to your neck, it'll match everything. So your face will blend into the rest of your body.
I was looking like a ghost. I was like, why can't I fix this?
Yeah.
Right.
So
you
I
test on your
learned
neck.
so much, like just in this little bit of time. Like, do you teach people this? Is there anything going on?
I am. So I recently just announced that I was going to be teaching makeup classes called the Curvy Academy. So what I'll be teaching,
I need to come.
I'll be teaching basic, advanced, and pro classes. They are $50 to learn. Everything is included. So I'll just be, basically giving my tips of how I do things. Basic is kind of like we just went through, like your brows or face, maybe like a lip gloss or whatever. Advanced would be that, plus learning how to do eyeshadow, like foundation techniques. And then the pro will be all of that, plus, maybe learning how to do a cut crease, how to get that chisel cheekbone look, that type of thing. So it's 3
You will see me
classes.
there.
No,
You
for
definitely
real,
will.
because-
I have to get it together.
Oh, can I shout out my friend real quick?
Go ahead,
Go
I have to
ahead.
shout out Star. Star is the owner of the studio I'm at. We work at Studio Beauty Suite in Orange, so that's where the classes will be held at. Star also does makeup, and I do lashes there as well. So big shout outs to Star for allowing me to work there.
Shout out to Star.
And where's it located again?
The address.
339 Orange Street.
Okay.
I'm lying. 339 Main Street in Orange.
339 Main Street, y'all. Make sure y'all pull
Make
up.
sure y'all pull up.
Period.
So have classes started yet, or are they going to start soon?
They're gonna start soon because I'm still getting stuff in. I've been ordering a whole bunch of stuff left and right. So they're gonna start July 16th. I was gonna start the 4th of July, but everybody gonna be turned.
Yeah.
I know I'm gonna be turned. So the 16th definitely.
Okay.
Dope.
Go ahead.
Also, too, like being the entrepreneur that you are,
Yeah.
and learning the ropes and everything, are you gonna give like pointers in the classroom of how you became an entrepreneur?
Yeah, I mean, I always try to encourage people all the time. You know, like I don't know how much you watch me on social media and stuff like that, but I'm always, you know, trying to help people. I always give like a lesson of the day every week, which usually comes from church, usually comes from my pastor. So basically whatever he tells me, I tell everybody. You know, everybody has questions. How did you do this? How did you do that? I don't hold information from anybody, you know, because I'd be pissed if somebody held it from me if I was trying to figure it out. So no, if anybody has any types of questions or want to know something, I don't mind. I do one-on-ones as well. You know, if you don't want to be in a class setting, you know, you hit me up. We could do a one-on-one. So.
And how was it actually being an entrepreneur yourself?
Oh my God, it's the hardest thing I've ever done. It's so hard because you wake up one day, you know, and you're like, I don't like the 9 to 5 thing, you know, and so it is like I kind of got to do the 9 to 5 things. I need to stack this bread to get this money for my dream. It's hard because you kind of become like, I don't want to say the black sheep, but you kind of become the person outside of the box. You know, like everybody's going left. You like, nah, let me go this way. You know, and you gotta get people. You don't have to, but you would like people to support your dreams. You would like people, you know, to understand your mindset. But the reality is, they're not gonna understand your
not
mindset
at all.
because
Stay
you know,
in the same boat.
yeah, only entrepreneurs understand entrepreneurs. I've learned that a long time ago. And trying to explain your dream to somebody who is not an entrepreneur is like talking to a wall. Yeah. So you might as well just shut up. Entrepreneurship. Oh my God. It's just so hard because it's like the people in your corner is like they support you, but they don't always understand. So it's like they don't understand the decisions that you make, or you know, the reasons why, or the reasons why not. You know, I remember last year I went into a shop. And I was like, you know, let me just try it, you know. So I went in Fridays and Saturdays. So by me going in Friday, it meant I cut a day from my 9 to 5 job.
Okay.
And, you know, I got the whole run around, oh, so you're going to miss a whole day of pay, you know, a guaranteed day of pay for a day you might not get paid at all. And I'm like, yeah, because that's just what comes with it, you know, because you don't know. You know, so, you know, I went in the shop. I was broke, you know, like I wasn't driving, you know, so it was Uber every day. I was making more money at home or making more money at my 9 to 5 than I was there. But, you know, it's the cost of the hustle, you know, like you just try it. If it work, it work. If it don't, it don't. Like I've never been scared to get my feet wet. You know, like you just try it. It is what it is. But, you know, you have your family and friends who they don't want you to fail, you know, and that's a blessing. They don't want you to fail. But at the same time, it's like, I understand that. I appreciate it. But if I got to fail, I got to fail. You know what I mean? So it's hard trying to get people to understand you. I just stop explaining myself. Like, you'll just see it when it's done. Like, it is what it is.
So what do you say to anyone who, like, they're like, oh, I want to start my own business, oh, I want to do this, but, like, it's that one thing that keeps holding them back, or, like, they're just really scared. Like, what advice do you have for that person?
Start.
Just start. Wow.
It's the first, let me tell you something. It's the first step.
Yeah.
It's the first step.
You got to start. You have to. My friends ask me this all the time, like, you know, because it's all, I want to do this, but this isn't right, and this, and I'm like, well, to be honest with yourself, you know, it's like you don't even know what you like yet because you haven't started. You know, you can't say I don't like this because you don't know. Right. You know, so just do it, and then in time you'll gather a preference of what you like. But if you don't start, how you gonna know? I think the one thing that changed my life, I was talking to my pastor. Shout out to my pastor. Shout out. He said, you have to be a partner in your own deliverance. And what that meant was, if you want something from God, you have to help God. You know, like, help yourself. You know, and he told me that God is only going to do what you cannot do. You know, so God is not going to make me, you know, record videos. I got to do that. You know, God is not going to send me followers. I got to do that. You know what I mean? It's only the stuff that I cannot do for myself that God to step in and do. So once that clicked, I was like, oh, let me start moving. Because, you know, as soon as God see me start moving, he's like, oh, all right, she get it now. She doing something. Let me start moving. So that changed my life forever. So you just got to start and just trust yourself. You're going to fail. You're going to be broke. You know, you're gonna cry. You know, and entrepreneurship it's such like an emotional roller coaster. You know, it's like one day it was like, yeah, we popping. The next day you like, I can't do
I don't
it.
want to do it no more.
I'm over it. So it's very emotional, but you definitely have to be a visionary, and I think entrepreneurs are born visionaries because you get to see beyond what's already there. So when you see, you know, you're gonna be bombed, you know, you work past the crying and you work past the I can't do it and all of that stuff, and you just work until you get where you know you're gonna be. So you just gotta start and pray.
That's what's up.
Yeah, I really felt that
it.
though, because I commend anybody who gets up and gets it started. Because everyone was like, "Oh, my prayers aren't being answered," and I'm just like, "You're just laying on the couch. What is he helping you with?
Right?
You know
what
what
are
I
you
mean?"
doing?
So yeah, that hit
Absolutely.
home. That hit home.
For sure. We also got a little segment. Can I get my drum roll or clapboard? Little drum roll. Okay. So basically, it's called the dirty laundry. Yeah. It's called the dirty laundry. For some reason, they all love the dirty laundry. Basically, what the dirty laundry section, if you don't already know, is basically we all have secrets, flaws, some that we said that we was going to take to the grave or whatever the case may be, whether it's personal, whether it's life, whether it's something that happened to you that you probably just haven't discussed anything.
Yeah.
Mind you, we don't do indictments. If you like push the old lady down the stairs, you might want to keep that to yourself.
Right. We don't want no part.
You feel me? But what's like a little secret you could share with us about yourself? Give us a little dirty laundry. Ooh la la.
Okay, so that's so crazy because don't nobody know this. So it might have been 2 years ago. I got caught having sex.
Exclusive.
Yeah, I got
By
caught
your parents or what? Like the boyfriend?
by my mama.
Yeah.
Ooh. I really had to think about that. Like,
That's probably the worst thing. Yeah,
that had to be so awkward.
It was very awkward. It was bad.
Is it kind of something y'all just be like, never
Like
happened?
did
y'all
it
just
sweep
walk
under the
past?
rug?
Right.
It kind of swept under the rug. Like it happened, you know, and I was like, he was like, and we just never talked about it ever again.
It comes to that point too. At a time like, yeah, I'm kind of grown.
Yeah.
Like, and you know, we ain't gonna
Right.
discuss it.
Yeah.
Right.
But like, you know.
Right.
That's
And
a fear.
She understood, you know, because I was of age, but it was still a shock.
Yeah.
Of course, like,
You
oh my
know.
God, my
That's
daughter's
mom.
really doing this.
Yeah.
And then she got the nerve to do it in my house. like what?
Hey, yeah.
That was, I'll never forget that.
Well, that was a good one.
That was really
Yeah,
good.
that was a good one.
That
Now,
was crazy.
first of all, I want to say thank you. It was a pleasure
Thank
for you
you.
coming on ILLest Girls
Yes.
Next Door. Is there anything that you want to shout out? You know, tell them your Instagram name, shout out who you are, you feel me? And just tell the people what's
first,
up.
Again, shout outs to the Curvy MUA. You can follow me on Instagram at the Curvy MUA_. You can also follow the hair page at the Posh Pretty Collection. You can catch me at Studio Beauty Suite in Orange. You can catch me doing lashes, catch me teaching you how to beat your face up. And you need some girl talk, you need some advice, whatever. Like my phone always on. So I appreciate y'all so much for having me. Thank y'all so much.
Yes, thank you
It
for
was
coming.
really good to have you.
Yes.
Thank
All right, y'all already know. It's J Benz.
Is Yanni over here?
And it's Rissy Riss.
And this is ILLest Girls Next Door, baby. And we is out.
Bye.
Oh.